It's the Willy Show.
And then it went from there to then the fire service thing started to really itch for me because I'm going, okay, no cycling career, no education. Now my fallback is if I'm not going to be a cyclist, I want to be a firey.
Yeah.
So I go, all right, so I'm going to start following this. So then I got my security license and I did a bit. It was all about just trying to better myself a little bit.
Yeah.
That what would I need to do to try and become a firey that might help me? So, obviously security, you got responsibility, you wear a uniform, you got radio procedures and all those sort of things.
Yeah.
So, okay, well that's a tick in the box, and so I did that, and then that wasn't really working out real well. I was doing like 12-hour shifts with Chubb, doing alarms and all that, and so then I literally answered a letter in the paper to go and be an assistant manager for Hungry Jack's of all things.
Yes.
And it's like
The burgers are better.
well, I don't know now, but at the time I believed it. It's and I was like, okay, I'll apply for this job. So I went for it and I got the job. I was like, oh, all right. So I did that for a bit. And my partner at the time, her father was working high up with KFC. And once I'd done my training with Hungry Jack's and done like a year or whatever, he goes, hey, you want to come across? I'll give you some more money. I'm like, how much more money? He's like, you go from $28,000 to $32,000.
Big spender.
Guess what? You just bought me. So I went across to KFC, and again, like it was a job, but I hated it. And like I had this Polish boss that was like, do this, do that. I said, mate, you're selling chicken. You're not saving lives. I get what they're trying to do.
So it didn't really quench that thirst.
And there was nothing.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, I tried for the fire service. I think by that stage 3 times.
Shit.
So I tried for the fire service. I think.
And what did you fail
on? The entrance exam.
Okay. So is that a written test? Or?
It's a written test. So it's maths, English, spatial relations, etc. At that time, and I know I finished fairly high with my results, and it still wasn't enough. So essentially, the top 1% are the ones getting through.
That's what I was going to ask. Is it a certain like if whoever scores above this is taken, or is it like against your? Is it peer review? You know what I mean by like peer review?
Yeah.
So the top, say we've got 100 guys, the top 10 are going through, or is it whoever scores above this is going through?
Well, it was from my understanding at the time, and I don't know how it works exactly now, but it was. Like at the time, there's 18 jobs going. So there's 18 people in a recruit course.
It's top 80%.
And you might get 2,500 people applying for that 18 jobs.
Holy
fuck. That's a lot of people, even to run through physical testing before you even get to the interview, etc. So at the time, they may have said that the top 100 of that 2,500 people will go through.
Yeah.
So that could be the top 80 could have all had 100% on the exam.
Yeah.
And then 99%. And 98% might be enough for you not to make the top 100.
Yeah.
Because it's not super difficult. You don't have to be a brain surgeon. You're not Charlie Tear's not rocking up to do the test.
Yeah. He's saving your life a different way.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
It's like
different types
horses
of men.
for courses. But so the score is that high that you can still do really well and not make the cut.
Yeah.
And so 3 times. So the third time it was 2001, so just post September 11 and all that. I still want to do it. If anything, that made the itch worse because I'm like,
it's something you haven't made.
That's something I haven't made. I'm like, look at what these people are doing. That's where I want to be.
Especially, I think 9/11 would have been a big trigger point because the sort of footage and everything coming out of the fireys, it's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
It's not that hasn't happened before, but it was just so well covered, I guess, that it was like, fuck, this is epic.
I literally just finished an afternoon shift at KFC Martin and come in the door, and I got a phone call, said turn the TV on, and I'm like, oh, what's this?
Yeah.
What movie is this?
I still remember watching it in the kitchen of my old house.
Yeah.
I would have been 5.
Yep.
And we had a little orange black and white TV and watching it. I remember watching it on that. Now, I didn't watch the Towers fall, but there was a few others the next morning when I got up to go to school. Maybe prep.
Yeah.
It was an incredible thing. And I think the big reason that fireys was so... the heroic acts and the lives lost in that, of course, but there was actually... a film crew doing like a documentary on the New York Fire Department.
The 2 French guys,
and they're filming like the fire. He's like, this is like this is a man holding the ground and like a fire extinguisher here. Camera pans up and a fucking plane just hits the building.
Yeah.
And it's like, holy shit, what are the odds on that day of you rolling out with the fires?
Yeah, well, see, that was literally a run-of-the-mill gas leak call. So they're running the monitor over, you know, the Micro 5 like we use or something similar. Running that over, you go, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. Oh, there's a plane flying over, what's that? That crew was first arrival. They were the first under the awning of World Trade Center 2.
Well, I watched the thing last night. 5 seconds they responded. It took 5 seconds for the New Fire Brigade to call in that they were responding to it.
Yeah, because I was there. Chief Pfeiffer or whatever that was at that job, that running the camera crew, he was the first radio report through. Yeah. You know, I have a large building, I have the top 10 floors on fire, an airplane, heavy smoke showing, like that was his initial radio report going through en route to the job. It was just epic. And I was standing there watching it stinking of fried chicken in a KFC uniform going like, you know, this is the wake-up call going, what are you doing? Come on now. So it's like, so then I thought...
People need that.
And then, so at the same, so I had 2 applications.
Hey guys, thanks for watching that highlight clip of the Willy Show. To watch the rest of this episode, in the bio there will be a link to the rest of that full episode. To support this channel, please subscribe, and also if you want to support me directly, there's a link in the bio for that as well. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up, and I'm always happy to reply to any comments or any feedback. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoy the rest of it.